should be live. We're back. We're going to be doing more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles drafts, and my rundown feeling has progressed into an actual illness, so I am very much under the weather now, but that's fine. It's not too snuffly or sneezy, plus I gotta do my dailies anyway, so we might as well. Alright, so I always like to keep at least 10,000 gold on hand, so I'll be using gems for right now, so I do apologize, I will need to blow my nose occasionally. Alright, so we're doing another Pick 2 draft, so what do we have? Ravenous Robots. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless robot token, and red tap creature tokens you control gain haste. Is pretty strong. Mutanimals was very strong every time I saw it or played with it. There's a Manhole Missile. I'm a little bit inclined to grab the rare and pair it with either the Manhole Missile or possibly the Mutanimals as a potential alliance deck, especially if I can get the, like, Ninja Cavalry or whatever it's called. But I think I will just take the Manhole Missile as a good removal spell. I could also take Frog Butler with the idea that I might want to ramp or play multiple colors if I don't see enough good artifacts. Alright, this is the Michelangelo. So he enters, create a mutagen token, and he has a Hardened Scales effect, and he is a 2-drop. So he's effectively 3 mana for a 3/3 that makes all of your other mutagens stronger. Obviously, the Ravenous Robots can't work with tokens, otherwise they just go infinite by themselves. So I think I will take Michelangelo at this point. Do I take Mona Lisa or do I take Frog Butler? I think I take Frog Butler first. Mona Lisa's better. She's actually got, you know, enhancements on her, but without those enhancements, the Frog Butler is just superior. So I think I'll take Michelangelo and the Frog Butler and see where we go from here. Right now I'm just trying to stay open to whatever good cards we see. Like, if I wanted to do artifacts, I could easily take the Scientists here. If I think the green is better. The problem is none of the green is making mutagen tokens, which would make Michelangelo a lot better. I'd still take this artifact, though, and a mid-sized creature that gains life to buy time. I could take Raphael, but I think I'm going to take these two for right now. Alright, not super thrilled with any of these except for the Ragamuffin. I think I will take Mutant Town just in case, or Sewer Surveillance Camera. One of these two should be the pickup. I do like card draw. It's also an artifact if I wind up doing green-red stuff, but so far I've liked my options for the other colors more. Alright. Discard a card. I'll take those two. Alright, we open Casey's duffel bag. It's not something I'm super excited for. We did not pick up any of the pizzas. Courier is still playable, though. I do like Don, but actually tempted to just grab the Courier and the Guac and Marshmallow right now. See what comes back around to us. I do like the neutrinos, but we don't really have much for them. There's a mutagen token maker, finally. I'm going to grab that, and I think just another mammoth. This do big green things. Alright, now we have a chance to pick up Mona Lisa if we want to. I definitely want this Michelangelo. His disappear puts counters on him, so if we can get mutagen tokens, it should be easy to get counters on him, and then the other version of Michelangelo can double up the counters. If I managed to go into blue-red, Baxter Stockman would be a huge pickup here. I seem to be doing more mutagen token stuff, but without enough mutagen makers, so I'm a little disappointed about that. Take the surveillance cam now. I think I will take the turtle lair. Right, we have 2 Ninja Turtles so far. Being able to make them unblockable, though, potentially adds a lot of damage. Take Donatello, and I think nobody over Baxter. We have Novel Nunchaku and Guac Pizza. Actually, no. Take these two. We'll put the Mountain Cycler down there. Put this down there. Just in case. Alright, this April's real strong, so we're probably going to take her. There's Surveillance Cam. Frog Butler. Rocksteady's good. I think I'm just going to take Lessons from Life, though. I don't actually have a ton of interaction. I have Tenderize and, what was the other? Oh, the Nunchaku. So. Okay, there's a good mutagen maker. One of the better ones, actually, in Genghis Frog. Yeah, none of my stuff is worth splashing for. I don't have a ton of things to ramp into for the Frog Butler, so I think I'm just going to take a Ragamuffin here to get back some of our better potential token makers. 1/1 counter, so yeah. I'll take a Retro Mutation. Finally found a mechanized Ninja Cavalry, but... Ooh, is that actual Kitsune? So when she enters or deals combat damage to a player, you may exchange control of 2 other target creatures controlled by different players. It would be nice if we had some worse creatures, but like the Courier once it's in. I actually think I want the smaller creature over the thing. Alright, we'll take Rocksteady now. That does make a mutagen token. Alright, so that's our deck, more or less. We just need to figure out any cuts. How many... We have 3 ninjas. Are they all turtles? And 3 turtles. Okay. So... Frog Mutant Rogue, okay. So we have 3 different... Ox Warlock Avatar. Alright, we have 1 Donatello and the 2 different Michelangelos. Okay. 3 surveillance cameras seems like a bit much. Don't need Mind Transfer Protocol. Maybe Maybe with some of the artifact synergies I have, though, Lessons from Life is worse than a surveillance camera. Yeah, the fact that Kitsune is a Fox Warlock avatar and not some sort of ninja is a little disappointing. I think I need Stockman. Don't need that April, really. Yeah, we don't have enough good stuff to ramp into where Mona Lisa's going to be a factor. We only have the one pizza. Courier is really good as the exchange target for Kitsune, though. The Uronia or Utrom scientists are also okay for that. I mean, as long as their creature is powerful enough, exchanging most of my smaller creatures for it is fine, but there are some that are way more expendable than others. The Scientists, Nobody, and Slithering Cryptid are all worthwhile exchanges for her against, any bomb, as is the Courier. Buzzbots, Frog Butler with its Death Touch and whatnot, like, some of them I just don't want to give away. But how many mutants do I have right now? Only 6. So 5 others. Elephant avatars. Kitsune. Not nearly enough relevant creature types. I think we're gonna lose her and probably the guac pizza at this point too. Probably go down a land. I feel like I flood out a lot in this format. As I enter what is my 6th or 7th draft of the format. I guess one of the surveillance cameras. Alright, let's give it a shot, see how we do. Finally not drafting white-black, so I'm sure I'm going to do very poorly. Also, I did not properly get married to my first pick. There were too many green cards open in Pack 1, and not nearly enough red-blue artifact shenanigans at first. Obviously, there would have been some good red-blue cards, because we did get, like, a second or third pack where 2 cards have been taken from each of them that have Baxter Stockman in it, so... And +3, I think he's +3/+0, first strike, and something else to an artifact creature at the beginning of combat, which is just absolutely absurd. So I did download Slay the Spire 2, so we might be doing that later, but I did want to do some Magic first, so... Especially if I decide later I wasn't feeling up to it. Yeah, I don't feel super sick. Ooh, this is going to be a draw. Like, we found an opponent, but it has not gone to... So, yeah. Gonna pop up as a draw. That usually means there was an error getting into the match. So, no losses, no wins. We'll just try again. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, this is a fine, 2 3, 4, 5 potential curve out. Already with the Leonardo. So this Leonardo is very hard to block because of the threat of activation in the early game, which allows them to push through and get one of their ninjas down. So, I would not be surprised if they sneak in something potent the first few turns of the game. So they have the activation on Leonardo, if nothing else. Like, that would have been holding priority there. Obviously, we can't block. And here comes our first ninja. Getting snuck in for extra damage. That was actually less damage, but it did save them mana, so now they can redeploy their other Leo. So, not the worst play from them. If they attack with both, I'm going to block the 2-1. Because the most dangerous thing at that point would be Last Ronin's technique. Turning their 2-3 into a much more dire threat. Hamado's stance does not blow me out here. Because it doesn't give enough power. I'm trying to think what the other tricks are. I don't think there's one for 2 mana that can get it up to 4 power, so that way they could give it first strike also. I feel like this is going to be Last Ronin's technique or something. Ah! Sewer Samurai. Alright. So they'll be able to recast their Leonardo now if they want to. Ah, they found their other color. I'm sure that will go well for me. He brings them back with finality counters, right? So they can't just keep recasting their stuff. Sure. I was debating if I wanted to just tap their creature and not get cute with this. But I think I will try and kill Leonardo since they put him in harm's way. Especially since I have Ragamuffin to rebuy Pachyderm if I want to. Hard cast Oroku Saki. Okay. I have a lot of options here. I can Ragamuffin to bring back Pachyderm, which I think is what I'm going to do here. Yeah, I don't mind trading the Butler for Shredder. I have enough mana. I don't need the color fixing. And if they trade, I get a counter on Michelangelo. If they don't trade, I will block Ragamuffin on Shredder, though, to prevent them from drawing an extra card here. I already got a card's worth of value out of Ragamuffin, so I don't mind trading it for a very inferior creature, like stat-wise. I'm just going to cast Rocksteady now. Because we will have 8 mana next turn if I don't lose Frog Butler here. Which will allow me to deploy the Pachyderm and crack the Sewer Surveillance Camera. I'm going to play the land. Obviously, for Michelangelo's purposes, it would be better if I cracked the camera on my turn. But I'd rather have the option to stop them from doing anything impressive, and also we might want to just hold up Saved by the Shell here for something like another pizza, for example. Alright, they're effectively at 14, so I can't just kill them here, but I can do a ton of damage, so let's draw some extra cards. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So again, I'm like just a little bit short here. I think I'm just going to hit with these two. And then hold up Tenderize. So that way, if they go to kill Frog Butler and like try and get Karai or something through for damage, or Shark Shredder, you know, try and kill my thing and attack with Leonardo in order to get another Sneak Ninja into play. That could potentially turn the game around. I guess Shark Shredder puts into play tapped and attacking, so that doesn't help as much. I'm not really in danger of dying. Alright, seems decent. Turn 3, April, draw a card. Ooh, yeah, they're gonna have trouble killing April, too, as a 1/5. In blue-green. Yeah, the fact that she cantrips at the end of the turn, if they don't deal with her immediately, just so good. Mondo Gecko, also pretty good. Alright, so it's 1 and discard a card, so I can lock down Mondo Gecko and draw 2 cards here, and still hold up Saved by the Shell, so I think I'm going to do that. Just draw my 2 cards here. That is an awful lot of land, but at the same time, it's extra cards drawn, so... And now if they crack their thing, they're going to get a 1/1 counter on him also. Yep. Alright, well. Again, I get to keep deploying threats and drawing extra cards. So, while holding up my protection effect. Alright, weirdness to 11 was a really good draw. Hopefully they don't go for anything too good this turn. Also, they have a plains in their deck, so... What specifically white, blue, or white, green? I don't think there are a ton of white, blue, or white, green cards, because most of the things are enemy colors when they're multicolored. So it would either have to be a white card worth splashing for. Main phase 2 Bespoke Bow. Oh, to bounce him, sure. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything to stop that. And now it triggers Michelangelo again, so it'll be a 5-5. Alright. Yeah, this feels like a super grindy game now. Oh, perfect. That is an artifact creature I get to deploy. I'm still going to play Weirdness to 11, because I want... because I'm going to be drawing at 2 extra cards anyway. Now, do I put the counters on the flyer right away? Making a 3/3 flyer. I think I wait 1 turn for that. Ooh, Tenderize was a really good draw. Because I have the Frog Butler. I can save by the shell to protect specifically Michelangelo for 1 mana and still Tenderize, but also I can just Tenderize their guy if they're going for a fight effect. So. Okay. Oh, if they do this, because now they're tapped out and they need a mana, right? To save Mondo Gecko. So, yeah, we're just gonna kill Mondo Gecko here then. Yep, they get another counter. Doesn't really faze me much, though. Alright, so play Slither. Two counters on Buzzbots. Is Michelangelo only the first time each turn? I need to make sure of that. Nope. Okay. And they're off it. Yes, I did actually have fun. Yeah, the fact that they tapped out when they only needed 1 more mana, I think they should have just waited a turn, because Mondo Gecko, if he ever gets through, is going to draw them like 2 to 4 cards, depending on what they have available, so. Like, if they find their white splash card, and they turn him black or red, he's potentially 4 cards drawn. And their Michelangelo is huge, so I probably need to put Frog Butler on that at some point in time. I am on the draw. I think I keep this. It's not a great hand, but it's, you know, not terrible. And it just suddenly became that much better. I was gonna say, if I draw a forest, though, I get to go Frog Butler, and then I'm holding up, like, most of my stuff, so. Well, I've not actually properly played against the Red-White Alliance deck since the pre-release, so I don't think. Yeah, I would rather have my Frog Butler, thank you. No other plays, though. Alright, let's get the Scientist down so that way Donatello potentially draws a card. And I will trade if they have a trick here. You know, kill a tapped creature or flash in something. I think that was a little over the top, Donnie. That destroys a non-creature artifact, right? Yeah, okay. So now we play the island. Summon Donatello. We draw a card. And because Donatello is a turtle, we can protect him specifically, and he is our best creature on board right now anyway, so... I mean, that does not take away Frog Butler's ability to tap for mana, so... I will trade for their best creature and see if they want to do anything cool. I'm not going to save it. Just in case. Alright, so now they're not going to want to kill my 2-2, where I just get a bigger turtle. Plus, the 2-2's better. Yeah, I think we'll run out Buzzbots. If they spend their entire turn getting rid of my Frog Butler, then they're not spending any mana killing Michelangelo anyway. And if they try and kill him first, then we actually have the 1 mana to save him. 5-4 Reach Trample. See what they choose here for the Alliance. Flying, so yeah. Not that I don't think I would use that to prevent the blocking anyway. Yep, I take 1. Go to my turn. Makes it an 0-1, right? Okay. That is good enough for me. Gain a life and pass turn. Right, my enchantment left the battlefield because I killed their thing. Yep, this is what we've been saving it for. It's exactly that type of spell. Yeah, okay. Deploy nobody. Send that back to my hand. Yeah, I'd love to draw Rocksteady in this position, actually. Lock down their only blocker. Gets another counter because the scientist left the battlefield and came back. Alright. That feels like a damage done type of thing, though. And in fact, it was. Back to platinum. Basically where I live. 99% of the time. Every once in a while I get really uppity and jump up into diamond. Well, I feel really good, because when I drafted this deck, I'm like, it's okay. You know? Doesn't do anything too flashy. And we haven't run into, like, any absolutely insane cannot win the game bombs yet, so... I'm gonna keep this, as we're going to get to ramp into Michelangelo and have Saved by the Shell up to protect him. So... Other land, not ideal, but we do have 2 the surveillance cameras, so... Ooh, that's the really good one. Alright. Potentially really good one. Yep. Ooh, weirdness to 11, though, is exceptional here. Because now I get to make him a 3-3, and now that's left the battlefield, so the other one's going to become a 5-5, and I'm still holding up Saved by the Shell for either of them, which will put 2 counters on them, since it's an actual counter effect. Ooh! Oh, wow, Sally Pride is obscenely strong. They don't have double white for her yet, but that's not going to go well for me, regardless. Alright. Well, I'm swinging for 5. We'll see if that connects. Yep. Okay. I land, play my Pachyderm. Well, that is their second plane, so Sally Pride's now online. What's her other thing besides making things? Whenever Sally Pride attacks... Yeah, she's just absolutely insane. She's not even the most powerful, like, rare or mythic in the set either. Like... But her game text is real strong. I don't think she is. Maybe she is. That's true. I don't actually know. Oh, they're going to try and bide some time. Get the extra body online. On the one hand, I really want to kill Sally with that. On the other, I kind of want to just start taking things out and putting damage on them. Because if I make Mikey a 4-4 and knock out, like, the Foot Elite, then the 5-5 and the 4-4 can come crashing in. Alright, let's do that. I was gonna say, they can't just take this. I don't think. Maybe they think they can. Ah. They thought they were gonna get me. Through my trick. And now all they have left is Leonardo. So Sally's only gonna make 1 extra token. Yeah, Sally's real strong, but you do need a board presence for her, and they just lost their entire board presence. I think they probably should have deployed her last turn instead, but... Because Jenica's token didn't count anyway, so... Alright, so... This is 3 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could still play... So I can make this a 6-6 and this a 6-6. And it takes all of their creatures blocking to trade with one of my things. Okay. I think they might have missed that this thing had trample from the nunchucks then. Because I don't know why you... I don't know any other reason why you would block there with only 1 creature. They had to have not realized that I gained trample. Alright, so that was a nice clean 4-0. Which leaves us plenty of time to do another one. So if you're watching this live, give me a minute. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.